So today I wanted to show you how I do my embellishment. This is the dress I'll be using. It's a dress but inside is a short. Okay, yeah, so make sure you consider pattern. Make sure you consider pattern of the dress that you are using, because that's what leading you on. Okay, so for me, I first did my horsehair net sleeve. If you don't know how to make that horsehair net, you can comment. I'll teach you how to make it. And then I hand stitched it. Do not use a sewing machine. Sewing machine is not recommendable on this one. Just use your own hands. Then do not stitch it up to the sleeve up there. Just leave it in the middle so that you can stretch out the lower part first to make it straight. Okay, yeah, do not reach up to the sleeve before you confirm that the lower part is straight. These are the details I'll be using. If you don't know how to make the leaf, you can go back to my previous video and see how I'm using them, how I made them, sorry. First of all, pin them on the sleeve or on the place where you want the pattern details to be put, so that you can confirm first. You can't put them before you confirm. Okay, confirm the pattern how you like it first, and then now you can start adding the embellishment. This bling is used to is used to cover up the edges of the leaf, to cover up the overlock. We don't want to see that overlock, it's not looking good, so we use the bling to cover it up, sorry. If you don't know how to make it, go back to my previous video, you'll see how I made it. Then on this one, I'll add a wire at the back because I want it more stiff. There you go, and there are my details back on the dress. Again, do not use a sewing machine, hand stitch it and make sure that the threads are not seen. Make sure you can see the thread. The thread is not visible, sorry. One thing to consider when putting this embellishment is you have to have 3 types of embellishment. Okay, you have to have the bigger one, the medium, and then the smaller ones. That's one thing to consider, because the bigger ones, you'll put the bigger ones first and then you use the medium one to cover up the spaces left when you are putting the bigger ones. Then the third one, which are the smaller ones, you'll use it to cover up spaces left when you're putting the medium ones. Okay, so you have to have 3 types in order to get a nice look. This work takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, yeah, so you have to consider that when giving out prices. These were my second embellishment. They were beads, silver in color. I used them to cover up the spaces and I made sure they matched my first embellishment. Okay, my first leaf. So I'll hand stitch them on the spaces because the wire is too small. I can't glue it. The glue will be seen on the dress and that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I'll stitch them and try as much as possible to hide the thread because I don't want the thread visible anywhere. Okay, it's a bit hectic, but it's worth it in the end. Okay. This takes a lot of time. This is a lot of work, but that's the best part of it. Make sure the spaces are covered and scatter the second embellishment as much as possible, because you don't want to put them all in one space. Then I'll go through with the third embellishment, which is the rhinestone. I'll use the rhinestone to cover up spaces left again. Okay. So on my rhinestones, I have 3 types of rhinestones. I have the bigger ones, which are the ones I'm using at the moment. And then I have the medium ones, and then the smaller ones. Okay. So I've put the bigger ones. I'm now putting the medium and the smaller ones. If you can see, there's a big difference. So it's covering it up, and this is what I came up with. This was my last look. Look at that. Glowing in the dark. Glowing. It's amazing.